EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Denver. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try to run for it with Williams. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 4th down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw first play with Penix. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Now, deep ball for London. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Nix. Going for it all. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
He finds his man, Troutman, and he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 36 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Troy Franklin, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
He's got it at the 7. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, as that ball...
And he's in! Touchdown, Broncos!
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven as this kick is sent into the air. Ray McLeod on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Pennick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
On 2nd down, Pennick. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and once that ball came out of his hand, I think he wanted it back.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Broncos will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Drake London was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll go play action now with Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now the 2nd-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Look how everybody moves in sync on this play, Mike. You have the linemen hitting their pull blocks, the guys on the outside working one-on-one. They clear just enough room to let him hit it, and next thing you know, picks up the 1st down.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Penix on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Falcons get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On play action, Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Atlanta.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. out of the shotgun. It's Penix. And they have the first down, so they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Another run here for Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Pitts is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Penix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So after one, 14-6 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Denver. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. Rookie from Washington on target with that one. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Robinson, a first down and more. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
On second down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
That'll be caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And now for a second time, he loses the football. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty...
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They run over center with Williams. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Throwing, Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. A short gain there to about the 22. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's the veteran, Jake Matthews. Here's Penix.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On third down, Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Throwing is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
2nd down and 3. They send Sutton in motion. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. To throw is Nix. This one to the tight end, Trotman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it could lead to some of the biggest gains.
And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He connects with Mims. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second down, Nix. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's scooped up by the Falcons, and I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. Into space. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Atlanta. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. The home team's offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first.
Trusting your arm. A little bit too much faith in your arm. One of those situations. There was nowhere to go.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. This is anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 in quarter number 3. 9-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third. The lead is what happened here. On play action, Penix in trouble, and he's down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
On 2nd down, Penix. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to be third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
He'll try to run for it. Big gain on the ground as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw on first down with Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And he's into the end zone. Drake London, touchdown Falcons. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll go with Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Williams. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Nix from the gun on third down. He'll find his tight end, that's Troutman, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Williams gets it on the draw. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's another run here for Williams. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He'll take a shot with Mims. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
To return is Williams. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. The ball comes out. And the defense, and remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. To throw is Penix. Open man down the field, Mooney. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open space separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and They got some big plays in their future.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense read what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Nick's gonna keep it on the zone read. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They motion the slot man left. Here comes the jet sweep. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
Let's be honest about it, Mike. Very few receivers these days are just pure receivers anymore. Almost all of them, they have a little bit of running back either in their background or how they're continued to be used today.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. McLeod now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. He's got his target. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down after a gain of just 3. Now Penix to throw on second down. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
On first down, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Penix. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. That's complete to McLeod. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They run over center with Robinson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Give to Robinson from the pistol. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down. I do believe he gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Nix now on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They send Sutton in motion. On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Second down. Nix. That's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The 2nd defensive touchdown he's scored in this game. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. This one complete to Sutton. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll tuck it and take off. He is dangerous when a play breaks down A pickup of 18.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They send him right out of the slot. Play action now. It's Nix. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They bring a tight end in motion left. One more time for Williams. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. They send Sutton in motion. He will fight his way to the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons offense ready to take over once again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. 14 yards on the pickup there.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, They convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
35 more yards. Back-to-back big plays to get this drive rolling.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
To throw again, it's Penix. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On third down, it's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end I can say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Ball is at the 8 for second and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third and goal, it's Penix. Taking off, he is in. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. He connects with Mims. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screenplay.
This one to the tight end, Trotman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Nix from the gun on third down. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there, and it'll bring up second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing, Nix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Throwing is Nix. That's hauled in at the 2. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's first and goal. They send Sutton in motion. Back to throw is Nix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, there's nothing like a quarterback who can take a play that's not in the playbook and bring it to life and bring it to the end zone for a touchdown.
These are the most difficult plays for a defense to defend because you think you do everything right. You have all the receivers covered. You're able to force the quarterback off his initial spot, but sometimes you just can't teach athlete, Mike, and in this case, he said, all right, there's nowhere to go with the ball. I'm just going to tuck it and do it myself.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, one more time, and that should just about do it. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So, it's a win for the visiting Falcons. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one.